I'm Deep Mahaman and you're watching the Redmen TV.
Hello and welcome to this astonishingly belated edition of the Redmen TV as Liverpool managed to come back from a 2-1 deficit to beat AVB's Tottenham Hotspur side by 3-2, and Anfield, yes, sorry we're a bit late. Basically we gave Chris the lenses to take on holiday, being the kind good friend that I am, and his flight was delayed back, so here we are now. Anyway, better late than never, hopefully. Before we talk about the match, let's have some of your Facebook comments. We'll open with Richard Marsh, who says, "Oh, in your face, Spurs! Pow!" 3-2 on my 32nd birthday. What a day. Happy belated birthday, Richard. Yes, what a day indeed. Yeah, in your face. Gaz Endon says, "I thought when Coutinho came off we were going to struggle, but the players fought until the end and got the 3 points. Couldn't be more proud." Yeah, I must admit, when we brought Coutinho off, not that it was the wrong decision to bring Coutinho off, at the time I thought, is bringing Allen on the right decision? Now, you know, we've come to the sort of unilateral conclusion that Jordan Henderson is the best bet. If you're going to throw someone into midfield, if you feel you're losing the midfield battle, put Henderson in, because he's got drive, power, work rate, pace, and he'll cause problems, or at least help to shore things up. So my initial thought was like, bollocks, you know, it almost felt like we'd shoehorned Allen in because oh, come on, look, I'll give him the chance to prove himself, rather than Henderson has proved himself. Let him go out there and do his fucking job. And for the first five, I don't know, maybe even 10 minutes after the substitution, I thought, it hasn't worked. We look garbage. But then we settled into it, and we were much improved. And Joe Allen, gave him his credit where credit's due. Like, I thought he had a very good game coming for the bench. So yeah, and Coutinho was a beast. So, you know, it definitely, from that perspective, yeah, it is a bit of it was a shame to see him go off. Anyway, Jamie Doherty says, "We've played better against top sides and not come away with 3 points. Today just happened to be our day." Yesterday just happened to be our day. Also, Coutinho looks amazing, despite also looking about 12. He does look as though he's about 10 years old, but what talent for a 10-year-old? Absolutely out of this world. He's just phenomenal, and you know, we don't want to put too much pressure on his shoulders too soon, but this is, you know, we've seen players come into the side, and we've bought players, we've bought experienced players before for similar sort of money. We've had them come into the team, and they've taken the time to bed in and gel, and you'd always say, oh well, you know, give them 6 months, give them a year to really get their feet under the table and start producing the best football. If that's the case, Coutinho's going to be a fucking whale beater this time next year. So fingers crossed that it goes that way. No, fantastic. What a little gem of a player. Like, his ability to pick little through balls is everything that Liverpool have been lacking for years. You know, I mean, people have sort of compared him a little bit to Luis Garcia. I don't really thought Garcia had the flair and the ability. Garcia reminded me more of a poor man Suarez in some respect. You know, he likes to turn into defenders, cause problems. Coutinho just, I can't even describe him. I don't think I've ever really seen a player like that at the club. If you do, let me know in the comment section. If you wanna wax lyrical about how good Philippe Coutinho is, do it in the comment section underneath. Oh, if you haven't subscribed as well, click the button, do that and all. Alex Burns says, "Unfair to single out one player on what was a good team performance, but Stewart Downing," multiple exclamation points like that. What a performance you put in. What a way to change your fortunes. Hey, listen, and you know what, I think on the radio after the game we were driving home, I think John Aldridge gave Steven Gerrard man of the match. Stewart Downing's my man of the match this week, because we got lucky. We got lucky with the equaliser. Let's be perfectly honest, the match today went a little bit too far to hammer this point home. Yeah, Hugo Lloris fucks that up big time. But Stewart Downing's drive, determination, desire, work rate, pace, he puts himself in the position to get lucky there. And not only that, he takes his chance as well. Now, watching it back, it wasn't quite as comprehensive as I thought it was in the ground at the time. Goes through his legs. But again, these are the slices of luck that if you work hard and you put yourself in the right positions, you start to get these things going for it. As they say, you make your own luck. And Stewart Downing's the perfect example of that in it. So yeah, Stewart Downing, my man of the match. Let me know who your man of the match was. We're not doing a non-Luis Suarez man of the match, because although you could give it to Luis, in fact, you know what? If you want to give man of the match to Luis Suarez, do. But also tell me who your non-Luis Suarez man of the match is as well in the video comments, or tweet me at the Redmen TV. No, Downing, fair fucks to you, lad. You know, I think I think I wasn't the only one in saying I thought his days at Liverpool were numbered. I think even the manager told him as much. What I like to see more in a player than anything is a determination to succeed. And he's either thought, I'm on my way out, so I've got nothing to lose. I've seen players think, I'm on my way out, fuck it, I'm not going to fucking turn up. Who cares? I'll get my wages and I'll move on to someone else. You know, Albert Riera was a player like that. You know, but look at Stewart Downing. He's turned his career around, and we got to the point now where we were talking like, well, Stewart Downing's gone in the summer. Now it's like, oh, actually, you know what? I'd keep Stewart Downing. I think he's got the potential to be a very useful member of that squad long term. Again, let us know your thoughts on Downing. And I'm going to round up with Gary Saunders, who states quite simply, Bale is a shit Stewart Downing. Suarez is the league's top scorer. Fact. He'll never walk alone. Yes, he's just a shit Stewart Downing chance of the season by a fucking mile. And nice to see we've actually got a little bit of humour back to the crowd as well. And something I always loved going to Anfield as a kid was the fact that it was the banter in the game. You know, if it's just us two, the players on the pitch, or with the opposition fans. You know, that's what a chance. I mean, it's a little bit like. My initial thought was like, is that still a little bit shady on Stewart Downing? Is like, but now fuck it, you know what I mean? Because he's not. It's close, it's borderline. Like, but after that performance, you know, look, I've been a bit disrespectful of Gareth Bale, but not genuinely. I just taking the piss. Look, he's a phenomenal talent, and I thought we did a very good job on him. I think if you go back and watch it, I don't know how much of this was picked up on the telly, but I spent most of the afternoon watching Gerrard and Lucas, and the conversations going on between them was like, yeah, it's your turn now, you go and watch him for a bit, I'm going to go over here. And it was just great to see it together. There was one opportunity where it was Lucas's turn, and he went over and he fell over, and I thought, and they broke, and they got a half decent opportunity. And there were fine margins in games like that with players with that ability, that you have to keep them quiet. And I thought Brendan Rodgers has to be commended for his tactical approach. We all thought this was going to be a barnstorm. I know 3-2 makes it look like a barnstorming game, but it was actually quite a tactical affair. You know, we were very Benitez-esque. You know, we set up very compact, compact. Darren Farley, your fucking heart out. You know, and defensive and such. And we didn't overcommit, despite the fact that we had potentially a 4-2-4, you know, line up there to go to if needs be. But it was very much more a 4-4-2 or a 4-4-1-1, which is fantastic. We got the goal, but then of course we just fucking imploded. Inability to defend from crosses and or set pieces undoes us again. But great to see us have the mental strength to be able to go to the end and turn it around and get a win out of a game that normally we would in the last few years we've just capitulated in times like that. You go behind, you lose a lead, you know, fucking game over, because we haven't got the fight left in us to turn it around. That, for me, whether we'll probably go and lose the next game because that's just the way the season's gone, but for me that win is as important as anything, because it proves to the fans, and more importantly the players, that we can win games that we're not expected to win, which is fantastic. But not just playing teams who are above us in the league and better than us, but also just that coming back from a losing position to win the game. That's invaluable. And go back to Liverpool's title challenge 2008-2009, that is what we did best. We set our start, did that very early on in the season. We made ourselves hard to beat. You've got to repeat the feat, but just doing it for the first time is definitely a massive step in the right direction. Anyway, let me know your man of the match. Let me know any greater thoughts on that. Were you impressed with the way we tactically set up? Were you impressed with the substitutions Brendan Rodgers made to go to more of a 4-3-3 and try and win the midfield back? Who from Spurs impressed you? I thought Moussa Dembele was excellent. Jan Vertonghen, can't look past him, scored 2 goals. Don't focus too much on them really though, because this is a Liverpool show, gives a flying fuck. But yeah, leave any of your comments. Don't forget to watch the subscriber show this week, which promises to be a fucking belter, as we talk about this match in a little bit more detail than me simply ranting on at the camera. Yeah, we've also got a few more. There'll be a few more bits and pieces on and around the website, so do check that out on the redmentv.com. Free for a month. If you like it, keep it. If you don't, fuck it off. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Apologies for the belatedness of this edition, but we'll be back to normal next weekend. See you there. Ta-da.